Who's on today, you ask? Well, there's Team DV8 and Team Ebonite. Then Bill O'Neill's Hammer Squad, Anthony Simonson with Rotogrip, and Andrew Anderson is captaining that Team 900 Global with the Barneses, Mitch Hupe, and Chris Sloan. And Tommy and Matt are standing by with Kimberly right now.
Thanks, Dave. So, Tommy, you have a lot of team competition experience. So how do you use that to help inspire your team here today?
You know, I just tell the guys we're all going to have to bowl 2 frames, do the best you can, and if something doesn't go the right way, then pick the guy behind you or make sure that, you know, you stay there for them because, you know, that's a team game. That's what we need.
Good luck to you today. And Matt, you are the veteran on a young and up-and-coming team here. So what advice did you give them today?
Hey, I've got a new generation on my team. These guys have no fear, so I just told them to go have fun.
And use that to your advantage, right?
100%.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
And Matt's not kidding, Randy. This is a young squad he has behind him. We take a look at the lineup here for DV8. It'll be Cam Crow, 1st and 6th. Bailey Maverick bowling the 2nd and 7th. Hayden Stippich, 3rd and 8th. Nate Purchase, 4 and 9. And Matt, I think, wisely choosing himself as the anchor bowler.
That's not mine. My bad, y'all. But y'all right here nervous.
Cam Crow has really developed into one of the most popular players in a very short period of time, and he also has the game to back it up.
Come on, Cam.
Like I said, he has the game to back it up.
What y'all talking about? Come on, you lead off, baby. Good shot, dude.
Now let's take a look at what TJ has. He's decided he's going to start things off, and Jacob Buttress, that's a strong start for Team Ebonite. Matt Sanders, who had a fine tournament the last couple of weeks, 3rd and 8th. AJ Chapman, 4th and 9th, and Jake Peters will anchor. And that crossed to Brooklyn, and hello.
Just an interesting side note.
Yes.
Tommy's team, Team Ebonite, they all use their thumb. Team DV8, not one on that squad puts their thumb in it. So it's kind of like the one-handers versus two-handers we saw a couple of weeks ago.
You're absolutely right. You know, a unique event that we had a lot of fun with.
Come on, Bailey. Go.
And there's pocket 7-10. This is the Baker format, so as Tommy mentioned in the interview with Kimberly, just getting 2 frames at it.
That's what Tommy should have left.
Worst break in bowling, I think, because it's a shot that can strike, and now you look at an open frame. Only 4 times has the 7-10 been converted on television.
Got a chance there. No, he had at least halfway, but needed a lot more of that back wall to knock that away. If any of the teams on today's show bowl a perfect game, everybody in America can receive a free game of bowling, courtesy of Go Bowling. To register, just visit gobowling.com and sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. Runner-up in the TFC, Jacob Buttress.
Yeah, look at Jake last week and what he tried to do. He tried to copy what Jason Belmonte did in 2023, and that's climb 2 ladders to win the Tournament of Champions. And he got all the way to the title match and ran out of lane. Jesper taking him down. But it's been a nice bounce back 2025 for Jacob.
Yeah, he had a couple of years where things weren't great. Dealt with some personal issues and family stuff, and looks like he's getting his game back. You know, it's interesting, Randy. I think there's some guys who are going, "Daggone it, the tour's over. I wish I could bowl more." And there's probably a couple other guys like, you know, I need a little break. Let me get started on the regionals and working on my game. Hayden Stippich might be in that category, and I'll explain that in a moment. Hayden was having a pretty good season to start with. Got the 8th in Illinois, the Illinois Classic. Then he got sick at the World Series of Bowling after the Albee. And we had a top 20 finish there and was out of action for a couple of weeks. And didn't completely recover. So a real blow for this young man who had fought so hard to get to that tour card, to get to that exemption, and then was sidelined by illness for a couple of weeks. Solid spare for Stipich.
Good spare. Full frames, boys.
Another interesting note in this competition for today and tomorrow is the equipment usage. Now, during the regular season, the players were able to use any product registered ball available to them and their staff. For example, Roto could use Storm and 900 Global as well, and then Brunswick staffers could use, nice shot there. They could use their entire product line.
Right.
But today and tomorrow, they're limited to the single brand, the staff that they're on. So DV8 players can only use DV8. And also, no urethane bowling balls for strike balls.
Nate Purchase, another one of the young up-and-comers, to say the least, on this tour. Nate, the reigning rookie of the year, gets a big break. 6-pin, hung around the party a little bit longer.
The leaning tower of 6-pin. Leans into the 10, nice shot there. And watch this hit, 6-pin, second to the right, just goes into the gutter and then leans on the 10.
A.J. Chapman. Now he feels like he's getting close to getting his game together the way he wants it. And unfortunately,
All right,
that is not what anybody wants to look at. A 2-4-8-10.
Come on, put one on line. Office pool.
Well, you got to try to cut this
Come on, here we go.
2-pin into the 10, and the 4 will take care of the 8.
Took a shot at it, why not? So he'll be back in the 9th frame. He's got a little time to think about that. Each team will get 5 frames on each lane on this first day, and we'll do it that way until we get to tomorrow's championship, which will be a race to 2. And flush for Matt Ogle, and DV8 has a double.
You see that break point at 8. Chapman was at like 4.2. And that's the difference maker. 1 strikes, 1 goes 2-4-8-10.
Jake Peters in the anchor spot. Good looking, oh, just a tick high for Jake.
Come on the one.
Jake, 2-time Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award winner. %98 of the time, the pros put this in their pocket. Hang on. It was almost 97.9% of the time the pros put it in their pocket.
It's the LBC pattern, 42 feet in length. The players are going to move. They're going to move to the center part of the lane and just open them up on both the left and right side, as you can see by the blue and red lines there.
And that pattern presented, powered by Kegel. So they've switched lanes. And we'll go back to the leadoff bowlers. It'll be Crow and Tommy.
It doesn't matter.
Now, there were other bowlers who bowled for these different companies. For example, DV8 also had Dale Bernard, Kevin Williams, and Ryan Simonelli. But these were the players that were chosen. Ebonite also had Christian Escona, Brandon Runk, and Kim Bolaby.
One time, give me all you got right here.
Just try to get.
Not surprised that Crow was picked at all.
Big shot here for Cameron, working on a double. Oh boy.
Out through the nose just a little bit for the man who finished 16th at the U.S. Open.
2-4-7-10. Cut the 2-pin over into the 10.
Nope. Wide left. And an open frame against DV8.
We're good.
And just like that, the lead goes back to Ebonite.
Tommy, who struck, not his favorite shot of all time, it actually went a little Brooklyn, but it was still a strike. Tommy, 20 titles, including 2 majors in a Hall of Fame career. Hates it. He almost.
Yeah, you can see the miss down lane. Needs to get out about 7-8 board.
So a few guys throw Brooklyns in practice as well. So what are they missing here?
The angles aren't right. They're maybe not getting it far enough to the outside part of the lane. Too much up pulling, it's going to go high. Hey, Dave, let's go down to the floor and talk to TJ. Hey, Tommy Jones, Dave and Randy up in the booth. I know it's just one shot.
Be better than that. That's bad. Be better than that.
I know it's just one. I know it's just one shot on that lane. But what intel can you bring back to your team?
You can't tell them anything after as bad as I throw that one. So, you know, just told them to be better than I was there. They're quality bowlers, bowled on TV plenty of times, so they know what they're going to do.
All right, Tommy, thanks.
Bailey Maverick. Seen him before on Fox a few times. Good one. Perfect shot. Man who finished 7th right here at the USBC Masters.
23rd on the point list this season, having a nice go.
If he and Patrick Dombrowski made the double show also in Illinois, finished 4th.
And a nice break there, not leaving anything after his pocket 7-10.
Whoa, he went a long way to Jacob Buttriff there.
15 and out to 3. And lucky just to leave the 3-pin. This format is hard, you know. It's 2 shots per player, 2 frames, I guess, if you want to go there, with the exception of the anchor bowler. Gets a couple more in the 10th frame, but it's the time in between shots.
Yeah, you know, get to set things up for yourself. Yeah, it is very, very different. It's fun in a way, because if you make a mistake, then you hope somebody else can bail you out. But yeah, it is. Your room for error is non-existent.
Led to tour trials.
But you do that, you've got stamina. That was 4 days, 4 different bowling centers, 4 different patterns. Oh man,
that was a good shot. Take a look at max scores coming down to the end of match 1. Two strikes for Ebonite, 4 for Deviate.
Run over.
Ebonite's leading.
Hayden was an NAIA All-American at Tennessee Southern. You know who that coach was. Mr. Bob Learn.
Oh, Bob Learn.
Jr. So he was well coached.
Bob's got some experience.
A little bit.
Hey, you see there 93% of the time.
Nice shot. Great shot. You got it, man.
We get all of our great stats each and every week out here on the PBA Tour from our good friends at Lane Talk. For more information, head on over to lanetalk.com. Download the free app.
And Sanders gets a mix for the strike.
Good shot, Matty. Good shot out there. Good work.
And the one-time Harry Golden PBA Rookie of the Year comes through.
Old school game here, Dave. Setting up the 9th and 10th.
Nate Purchase wants some noise. He's gotten it. And whoa! Up. That looked to me, Randy, like a clean pocket hit.
It was heavy.
All right.
Bad break, leaving both the 4 and the 9. Cut the 4.
Rounded up 1 out of 5 made. Got a chance here. No. Just a little bit more of the 4-pin than he wanted.
Sorry, guys.
And back and forth. Now Ebonite in a commanding position here. A.J. Chapman's first frame, not a great first shot. leaving him at 2.48.10. So we'll see if he makes an adjustment to get it in the pocket.
Big moment for him and Team Ebonite.
Shot.
That looked a lot better than the first one.
2.5 inches makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Matt Ogle's going to need every bit of this. And it still might be too late.
Ogle perfect for Team DV8 in his 2 shots.
And we should point out, Randy, this is not a race to 2 or anything. This is
No.
1 and you're done. Or
One
one
done.
and you move on
Yep.
either way. So up next will be Hammer, captained by Bill O'Neill. And of course, Matt, plenty of experience in team bowling, both as a doubles partner, Sean Rash and others. All Ebonite's going to need, though, is 9 on the first ball.
Well, Matt did his job.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
We are so in sync today.
That literally was what I was going to say. No joke. All right, that's all you need, gentlemen. Jake Peters, I think everyone's pretty confident in Jake's ability to handle this task.
Good shot, Jakey. Come on.
That's 9.
Good shot. It's over here, right?
Back behind you. That's okay.
Good shot.
So Ebonite has moved on. Team DV8 has been knocked out. And Ebonite will take on Hammer.
Target.
Actually, Jake and Jacob Butler were the only 2 guys from Ebonite to be picked every week. And Matt Ogle was the only DV8 bowler to be picked every week in the competition. As these teams could take their whatever 5 they wanted in each tournament. So they had some tough choices to make.
You didn't need any of those.
Not everybody had
I
tough
could've told you
choices
that
to make.
before, but I wanted you to swap.
For example, I think somehow Rotogrip figured out that Anthony Simonson should be there every week and that Moda should use AJ Tackett. They figured that out.
Yeah, good call.
But in some of these others, there were some tough cases and some tough calls that had to be made.
Yeah, there's Bugsy. You see Bugsy, the team manager there back
Know it, but
for Ebonite. It's good to see Bugsy with us.
All right, Ebonite's moved on. And, oh, look at this.
Yeah, Bugsy's got the board. Move him up the ladder.
I like this. Who's going to get the task? AJ Chapman is going to move Ebonite into Hammer territory.
Thanks, Dave. So, Bill, as the higher seed, you get to decide which lane you want to start on. What have you chosen and why?
We only got a couple shots, and but we think the right lane's a little bit better for us. So we're going to finish on that one, see how it goes.
And how's your lineup?
Lineup's strong. I mean, listen, I am the only guy that bowls with a thumb on my team, so that might make us, a little bit stronger, I think.
Good luck to you
Thanks.
guys today.
All right, thank you very much, Kimberly and Bill. Take a look at that group right there. Boog Kroll, the Candyman, Sean Maldonado, Tom Doherty in there.
Great answer.
And Bill O'Neill. And, of course, Tomas. And here's the lineup. Candyman will start things off. Then Tomas, David Kroll, or Boog Kroll, Tom Doherty, and the real deal.
The Hall of Famer, Bill O'Neill.
And it's kind of a break, really, for Sean to get that. And Bill was in 2 Hall of Fames in a week because he got the Collegiate Hall of Fame a couple of days before he got into the PBA Hall. So he had quite the week in Fairlawn, Ohio. He had to send a video in for that College Hall of Fame.
There we go.
Again, no urethane being allowed for first ball.
We haven't made up our minds yet.
Strikes for any of the players in this competition today and tomorrow.
See him?
Well, Tommy was not overjoyed with his performance in the first game, just put it mildly. So we'll see what if he picks it up a little bit here. Oh. He made a big move left.
Honestly, thought this pattern would be a bit more gettable. 191, 177, our opening match.
Tony. 4-7.
4-7-9, 9 falls late. Shouldn't be a problem converting the 4-7 for TJ, the Hall of Famer.
Simpsonville, South Carolina.
20 titles, 2 majors for Tommy. Been great for a long time, 25 years as a pro.
And it's a re-rack on that 4-7 that Tommy caught right away. Make sure that thing is set up properly. He's ready to go. Check with tournament director Tony Lanning. A silent hero out here. He's a lot of work. All right, as Randy forecasted, that was an easy one for TJ.
Good start. We got it right at the head pin. We're good.
Baby steps, baby.
All right, come on. Come on, down the line.
He's always been a great teammate over the years in any format.
We gave him plenty of notice to be ready when it was his turn.
Thomas, you can try it however you'd like, folks. I say kaiku. We had this conversation a couple of days ago in Akron, and I still didn't get there. He said I was close.
Oh, a late tapper on the 10.
All right, Bug, come on now. Let's get something going here, Bug. Shot, Tomas.
Well, this is a clean wipe of the 10 pin brought to you by Dude Wipes. Look of relief. Butters.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. 4 through the face. He's got a 6-bagger standing there. That's shocking.
I think the last time we saw this was the right-handed version at the Masters when Simo left it.
In this building. Oh, okay. Is that Uncle Butters? And Jacob is not a guy who wastes a lot of time. Oh, wow.
Well, that's a good way to get 9. Save some count.
Let's get it going.
And here's the man who won the PBA playoffs last year, Bud Kroll. He won't be in that top 12 this year, but not surprising to see him. Oh, and he slides over to the wrong side. Well, we have seen that a lot. And this bowling crowd's not going to let him forget what pin is standing there.
The players have to get at the outside part of the lane, but too far and it hangs, as we saw Chapman do last game. And then too much up the lane, it's not going to hold line. Look out. All right.
Like
Put your hands down. Put your hands down.
Booty cheeks, but all right.
That's all right. That's fair.
So, somewhere between now. We got the majority of the bingo, though, after 2 frames.
Oh, a snapper into the pocket for Matt Sanders. A beautiful shot.
Even though we're using 2 lanes, it's 2 pairs, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. Lane 10 and lane 11 are the 2 lanes in use. So I will call lane 10 the left lane and lane 11 the right lane.
And Tom Doherty gets a trip on the 4-7.
And by the way, this summer, Tom Doherty is going to wreak havoc on the senior tour.
I'll be there for a lot of it, and you're right. And that tour gets tougher every year, and it just got way tougher because he turned 50 in February.
He is just going to be a human ATM out there.
Yep, and he starts actually in about a week, Fort Myers. He can drive to that one quickly from his home. Here's AJ. Look out again. He got wide right second time.
All right, right down.
And this time the result not as bad as the first time.
Last time it was 4.2, I believe, and that was 248.10. This time it's just a little inside of that and just the 2-pin. You see that rangefinder down lane. That rangefinder, the last one down on the right, is right on the 10th board. Oh my goodness.
Well, it goes up as a spare. That's all that matters. That's the second one of those we've had on the extremely close shave department. Now the real deal.
Oh no.
Okay. Got trouble out of the way, so it puts Bill in a much better position, obviously, to handle that.
We're off this lane.
And you might have, I think that was Tom Doherty saying, we're off this lane, we're off this lane, because they'll be switching after the first 5.
Huge break, tripping the 10 late. All right.
All right, baby.
Clean through 5 for Hammer.
Oh, good. You got, man, missed that a little? No, I kind of liked it, actually.
And Jake Peters staying in that anchor position.
He likes it.
He should.
Bugsy, congratulations on your team advancing to match 2, but right now you guys are behind. You are switching lanes, so what was the conversation like during the commercial break?
Have some fun. Get the ball to the break point, get it off your hand, throw some strikes, just have a good time.
All good advice. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thank you, Bugsy. Thank you, Kimberly, very much.
Bugsy sounds more like a player than a manager.
And again, he may have to remind him, well, he doesn't have to remind him, get your thumb out of it, because they're an all-thumb team. The Candyman. Ooh, that could have been worse. We've seen a 2-4, 8-10 already today.
22 out to 5.5.
Spare it up.
It seems like we're just seeing some of these right-handers going a little bit too far right. And a great job there by Sean. That's a hard conversion to make.
Yeah. You don't leave that in the lead.
Right lane looks a little tight, a little wiggly down lane. See if Hammer, or excuse me, if Ebonite can get back into switching lanes. 20 titles, one more than Chris Barnes. The reason why I know that is because Tommy will never let you forget that fact. Left again.
Holy cow.
Tommy, come on.
I dare say in his career, he's never thrown that many Brooklyns in a game. Not that I've seen. I mean, this is unreal. This is his third one today.
Was to move over here and stay through it, and then my next to last thought was don't throw it over the hump.
All right, see what Tomas can come up with here. Still a pretty close game.
Oh, this guy's sneaky good, Dave. Sneaky good. 19th on the point list in 2025.
Do you have it? Can you throw it slower? Or is that it?
Doherty asked him if he throw it slower.
And don't wait around for this guy. He gets business done quickly.
And just like that, Ebonite takes the lead.
That was good ball.
Come on, man.
All right, here's Book. two-time champion will have a 4-pin to shoot
Run it
at.
down. Does he need a spare ball? You need a spare ball? I probably should. It's up to you. Yeah. Whatever you were going to do. It's house shot approved. Is it now?
All right, nailed it. A Tiger-esque fist pump.
That would have been. Yeah, I was hopeful for like.
Yeah, just a little bit high for Matt.
Heard his teammates in the back yelling, lay, lay, lay.
What is it?
Wanted that ball to hold off. It doesn't, but just the 4-7.
Matt out of Columbus, Indiana. Has one tour title. 7th at the TFC.
All right, there you see the max scores.
Yeah. See, butters, that count.
One of those 4 titles for Tom, a major, the PBA World Championship in 2021, beat Jacob Buttriff in a high-scoring final. Oh, yes. A senior messenger? That was, without question, a clean wipe presented by Dude Wipes.
And that, I figured I could get it to slow down.
One for the old guys.
I think the spinny thing is what's getting me.
That better lay. Oh, nice.
Well, he's had 2 great shots and 2 shots that weren't so great.
Yeah, and both of his really good ones came at the right time in the 9th frame.
Well, Bill O'Neill cannot shut Ebonite out. But he can make Tommy Jones work for it. Or not Tommy.
Jake Peters.
Yeah. Work for it. And I suspect Jake will have to work for it.
One more, baby. Come on. Come on, take your time. One more.
Of course, Bill picked up another tour title this year, his 15th, when he and Jason Belmonte, who's hanging out here today, won the Roth-Holman PBA Doubles Championship in Illinois. Bill also with 3 major championships. And was 3rd in this building at the USBC Masters. And he also won a title in this building for his first championship. Does he have one more in, or to make it even more difficult for Jake Peters?
Well, Jake will at least have to double in the 10th.
Bill's first title, as I mentioned here at Strobel Arena, was the Chameleon Championship.
All right, Willis.
Uh-oh.
All right. That's enough.
Kind of was on that path that had led Tommy Jones astray a little bit.
Peters still needs 2.
Right spot, Jake. Come on.
2 and 4.
And wants a re-rack, it looks like.
Now he wants the right lane cleaned off and
Gotcha.
full rack set.
All right.
Gotta have 2.
Look out, and no, it's going to be Hammer advancing into the next match against the Roto Grip squad, captained by Anthony Simonson.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was thinking he's still got that slow spin. Yeah, so he's got it. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I'm good with that. Yeah.
All right, who gets to slap on the sticker?
What are we doing?
Bug, you're close. Oh, shitter.
Well, that's a unique spare coverage there by Jake Peters. That was pretty cool. That is going to be our Storm spare of the game. Storm, we are the Boulders Company.
3, 6, 8, 10. How many times have you seen this made?
Kicker on the 10.
They're getting ready to go up against a pretty strong Roto Grip staff.
You think? Yeah, I do think.
Let's go, baby.
Boy, there's some power coming too. Got into the second match after defeating DV8, but they were hammered by Bill O'Neill with a big 10th frame for Bill. Now, this Roto Grip team, Randy, you kind of touched on it earlier. This is a good bunch.
Yeah, it is. You know, you've got Simo with his 5 majors. You've got Kevin McCune, who's been on a hot streak, and then obviously Chris Prather, a 2-time major champ.
And Anthony is standing by with Kimberly right now.
So, Anthony, we've already seen 2 matches, and it seems that the teams were struggling to find some strikes. What did you learn from those matches to help with your strategy in this one?
You know, just trying to use my experience as well as some of these other guys' experience on this pair. We're going to go ahead and start on the left lane. It seems like they're striking a little bit on the right lane, so we'll see if we can get on them early and try to make some good shots and bowl a good game.
Good luck to you guys.
All right, thank you, Simon. Just again to prove the depth of these teams. Also, you had Stu Williams, DJ Archer, and Wes Malott in the bullpen for Roto Grip, but it'll be Justin Knowles. Look at this back-to-back. You want to learn how to throw the ball right? Watch the guys right after that. If you're one-handed, BJ Moore and Chris Prather. And then, of course, in the number 4 position, the power of Kevin McCune, and then Anthony Simonson. Here's Justin.
Hates it. Almost. And again, no urethane being allowed by any of the players for first ball strikes. And you got to wonder how many of the players in this competition that affects.
Well, it's going to be several, and there are people I think most of our fans are aware that are more comfortable with urethane than reactive. But they're going to have to get comfortable with it. The good news, they only have to throw 2 frames in this Baker format.
So hard to get it up that hill.
So 1 change in the hammer lineup for Bill O'Neill. Sean's still going to lead off. It's going to be Boog now in the number 2, and Kaiku again. Kaiku, him too. 3rd. Good shot.
The Candy Man.
What'd you do? Get away. Fresh shot. So you move more left? Yeah.
Hey, give us one here.
All right, your instructional videos begin now with the next 2 bowlers for Roto Grip with these 2 arm swings.
One of the prettiest games on tour, BJ Moore.
Well, if you remember from a few weeks ago, the guys who got the 2 biggest votes from their fellow players for the best swings are on this Roto Grip team. There's one of them.
Yep. Rack shredder.
Now Boog.
All right, good shot. Far enough. All right. Lined up now, a little bit more.
He's going to keep moving left. A little bit more.
Come on, see you moving at all?
Any further left, he'll be in Dearborn.
In between 4th and 5th arrow. He's wheeling on it. But the farther in the players move, the farther away they get from the OB outside.
Yeah, way better. Yeah, that was there. You just got to move a couple more. Yeah.
And here's the other sweet swing in the building.
Yeah, two of the best physical games on the planet. BJ Moore and this guy right here, Chris Prather. Wow.
There you go, folks. Just rewind both those guys and see what you for your right-handed one-handers anyway.
All right, let's see. Type in how to be a better bowler, and then click on the two videos of Prather and BJ Moore, and then copy that.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw it any better than that.
Think I can still do it with the hammerhead?
And then there's Thomas.
And there's a good shot.
Did I mention sneaky good?
Yeah, you did.
Nice shot. Did you move a couple? You did two.
He's way into fifth arrow. Right over it. Right out to that rangefinder down lane.
And no, not going to happen.
Good job.
And only 18.9 miles an hour.
Slow for him.
It is.
He's usually in the 20s. Trying to shape it more obviously with a slower ball speed. He's been on a heater of late.
I was going to mention, I was going to say he was on a roll, but that sounds kind of corny when you're talking about bowlers. But yeah, he's been bowling extremely well lately.
Good job.
Second in the Chameleon, fifth in the Raw Coleman doubles. Has cashed at every majors. Has a major. What is this man?
Rob Stone's favorite bowler on tour. Soft 10.
All right, pick it up.
23 at the arrows, or 23 at the laydown. No, it was 23 at the arrows. And then about seven and a half at the break point.
Right. Those pick up is
All right, no trouble for Tom on a routine 10-pin. I think he feels like one got to.
good. Is this a little lazy? Yeah. I thought I threw it better than the strike, but I didn't roll it.
You heard him say just a little lazy, hence the quitter 10. And now this guy.
Okay.
Are there any better at shoving the ball through the front part of the lane on tour?
I'm not sure that the answer to that is anything but no. There's nobody better at that. But that's just one of many things that he can do, as we all know.
16 tour titles, 5 majors, and he's 28.
You know, a great what if is if he had been healthy all year.
Yeah, bad back the entire season.
Oh, boy.
Another 7-10, second one we've seen today.
Did that shot just run out of gas?
All right, give her a run.
It was a little soft coming in and coming up the hill, but certainly good enough to get at least one 7 or the 10 out. Terrible break.
Like mine.
Bill, I'll ask you, what is the biggest difference between the two lanes for both you and your team?
Well, before I 7-10'd, I would have said that the right lane hooks a little more down the lane. Yeah, it's just the right lane hooks a little more in better spots. So in the left lane, you just got to keep your angles a little tighter, I think.
All right, Bill, thanks.
All right, that's the real answer from the real deal. And now Rotogrip up by 22, turns to Justin Knowles. This almost feels like we're redoing the USBC Masters. And all these guys that were on that show who are here back in the same building on the same lanes. Well, as they used to say, hated it.
Yeah, and he's left himself with a tough lead, the 2-4-7-8.
Bad footing.
Justin is another player that really likes to use a lot of urethane. He does throw reacted from time to time, and you're just wondering, urethane is out of play, how much that's affecting him on this oil pattern. The back pin's the hard one. chops it.
He got it, but he left the 7, so all of a sudden a huge break for Hammer.
Slipping all over the place. It's all good. Terrible footing.
Legendary Chris Schlemmer back there, the manager for Roto. He's thrown a couple good shots.
And I think Hammer's glad to be off the right lane. Doherty with the flat 10, and then O'Neal the pocket 7-10. And these teams flip-flop lanes. BJ Moore now up for Roto. 4th at the World Championship back in March.
Uh-oh, and he crosses over and gets a gigantic break.
I'm benefiting it. Thank you. Finally. Oh, thank God. Have been worse. Thank you. I'm so happy to be on that side.
The nosediver caves it in. 6-9-10, last to go.
So many shots have crossed over on the right-handers today.
Yeah, and you can see right there the break point just not far enough to the right.
You're going to get it back.
But is there a great risk if you go too far to the right that you're going to go OB and it won't come back?
Yeah, so that 7 to 8 is kind of the magic number down lane. We've seen some shots get out to like 4, 4.5. They never get back.
Perfect. All right, let's see what Chris Prather has learned after what BJ Moore just did.
Hey, if you like bowling, you'll like the way this guy throws it.
What a fabulous adjustment.
I moved 4.
Moved 4 left, got a little soft. And then that great hand action around the side of the bowling ball to create that side rotation so that it can cover a lot of ground.
And Tomas has thrown the ball very well. And still throws the ball very well.
He's been so solid.
Great shot, Tomas.
Man. Let's see if Kevin goes for the high hard one here.
Oh, that was a beauty.
Rev rate massive. Same speed as the last shot.
Talked to his dad, Eugene. We talked a little bit about his baseball career. Said if you think he throws it hard and gets on it, you should have seen him hit a baseball.
Yes, trip 4. Tom Doherty.
To stay alive.
14-pounders, triple a 4.
Tom Doherty using 14 pounds out here. And watch this trip 4. Remember the messenger, now the trip 4.
Samo can lock him out here.
Yep. Oh my, no!
Great shot.
What a great shot. Now they can lose.
I don't say this lightly, but that roll was Weber-esque. Had that kind of look to it, you know, and you're just thinking, come on, this is going to strike, and it didn't.
What a great shot.
Missed it. Yeah, he knew it within a 1/10 of a second that it was faulty.
Unbelievable. Match in hand. Ring 10, he misses it.
It was obvious in a 1/10 of a second that it wasn't going to do it, so. Well, once again, Bill O'Neal, ball in hand in the 10th. Went well the first time for him and Hammer.
Needs the first hit. How about that?
Yeah, you don't let him in your house.
No.
You don't. He's going to take all the food out of your refrigerator.
You don't give Hall of Famers an opportunity.
This is our moment of the match, brought to you by Pilgrim's. Chicken can be boring. Pilgrim is turning chicken nuggets upside down. I love it. You love it. Put it in a nugget. Put that shot in a Hall of Fame. Just perfect. And so Hammer is moving on.
9 on this. Well, he needs 9 on this shot at least. Eight count split.
Different ballgame.
Way different.
I'll take it. That's all you needed, baby. Let's go.
It's a little closer than he cared for, because there was a chance at the 8 count split that you just talked about.
That was almost 410.
Yep.
My goodness.
There you go.
Keep fighting.
So Hammer just keeps figuring out how to win. It's just good enough.
Wow. Oh, O'Neal comes through once again in the 10th.
Tomas!
So, once again, Hammer picks up a dub, and their next opponent will be 900 Global. With Brunswick, Motive, and Storm to come tomorrow, the winner of this match between 900 Global and Hammer will make tomorrow's show.
So, Andrew, it's been a crazy day for you guys. As you're watching all of these matches, people are having a hard time finding strikes, but you have something on your team that nobody else has. You have a father and son duo in the name of Chris and Ryan Barnes. So how do you plan to utilize them today?
Yeah, it's going to be easy. We got a Hall of Famer and one of the best young bowlers on tour. So we're going to have them start the lineup off, get some energy going, get the momentum on our side.
Now, I know you guys had a chance to do some practice shots, and you were the higher seed. Which lane did you decide to go with?
Yeah, we're going to end on the right lane, just like every other team. I think they're both kind of a little funky at times, so we're just going to have to throw a couple good shots each and see what happens.
Good luck to you guys today.
Yep, Andrew Anderson knows how to throw a couple good shots each.
Yeah, and I agree with Andrew. I mean, there's not one lane that really stands out as being the better of the two.
All right, boys. Let's do this.
So there's your lineup: Ryan Barnes, Chris Barnes, Chris Sloan, Mitch Hupe, and Andrew Anderson. So a touch of international flavor on this 900 Global team, beginning with Ryan.
Chris Sloan flying all the way in from Ireland.
That's international. Did I hear Baby Barnes? I hear that.
I don't know, but what a season for young Ryan. 11th on the point list. How about a quick shout out to Mom?
Yeah, Linda Barnes, who's back home in Texas resting after some surgery. She's going to be just fine. And I know she's watching today, so we want to send our love to Linda on behalf of all of us here.
Best wishes. Get well soon, Linda.
And a lot of traffic, but it's going to stay up.
That's kind of rude, to be honest.
Sean's a nice guy. Why would you do that to him?
League certified? League approved. It's a good one. Spare it up.
Yep, took a long way to get there, but he did it.
Hard straight.
Now on this 900 Global team, there were only 2 guys who participated and were picked every week. Here's one of them. The other was Andrew Anderson. And you had a Global team with Richie T, Sean Rash, Chase Nadeau. You had some talent there, but only those 2 guys. Those are the 3 guys who weren't picked, by the way. But those 2 guys, only Chris and Andrew, were representing Global at every tour event. And I think you could give this guy urethane, plastic, reactive, a marble. He'll figure it out.
One of the best ever.
Yeah. Yeah, versatility. I hope the young man that's over Book's shoulder realizes Kyle is bowling tomorrow.
Should I use the telly on him?
I don't think you have to. Beautiful shot there for Boog.
Boog Kroll, 2024, life-changing for him as we take our first look at our dear friend from Ireland, Chris Sloan. Swords, Ireland.
What a beautiful country.
There we go.
Paid for the airfare right there. That was nice.
Not sure who he was blowing a kiss to. Maybe Tyler Jensen, president of Storm?
Maybe. Meantime, this guy, I don't think he's missed yet. Every shot, Randy, has been identical for this guy today. They're just pure.
He has not missed.
I didn't think so. I mean, they've been reruns. I swear we're not rerunning previous shots. They are identical. Now Mitch. Okay. Putting aside his preoccupation with the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup playoffs, he rips the rack.
Oh boy.
Just like he planned it.
Just do that. Just do that. I mean, if you were going to throw it over there, someone had to. Yeah, someone has to. I got you.
A great break crossing over for Tom Doherty.
No, I'm not sure.
He turned right to Boog, too.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit that, Brooklyn.
And now this man, second on the point list in 2025, best season of his career. Man, did he turn things around, signed with the new company, 900 Global.
All right, he got the trouble out of the way, did Andrew?
Boy, that's kind of the spot you want to get it to down lane.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Had some success, and then all of a sudden the confidence kicked in, and then continued to have success.
Yeah, I get the impression he's here to stay now.
Yeah, 2025 really turned things around for him. All right, this is for the lead.
Seen a lot of this guy today, and
we've seen a lot of him for 20 years.
Well, that's a good point. Not just today. Had some ups and downs, but when it has mattered the most, he has been the man. No, I don't think so.
All right, run it down. Oh, I know. We're done with this lane.
Light 10 on the right lane, and you heard Doherty
Can't play tennis, you go broke.
say, all right, we're done on this lane.
Well, Andrew Anderson had lane choice, and he decided to finish on that right lane, so there must be something there that he and his teammates liked about it.
Yep. And again, not one lane has really stood out, right?
Damn it.
No. And it's also very meaningful for players to have those contracts and have those affiliations. Ryan Barnes looking for a double. No.
Come on. Are you kidding me?
Great shot, buddy. Wow.
Pretty good shot.
Exactly. That's what I would have said.
He would agree.
Dirty.
He did agree. Yeah, no trouble for Ryan.
All right.
Out real, shoot a 7-10.
Back on it. That was 1.5. Probably a little hard.
You know who the happiest guy? I think Chris might be the happiest guy in the building today, though, no matter how this turns out, to get a chance to bowl an event with his son and how good his son is turning into as a player and a solid kid, too. So, yeah, it's a big day for him. Oh, little loft incorporated by Sean, and it works. Knocking the top of the 7.
Hey, let's go down to the floor and talk with Andrew Anderson real quick. Andrew, congrats on a great 2025. What differences do you see between the left and right lane?
Yeah, the left lane's hooking a little early and kind of weird down lane. It's hard to get the ball up the hill. So this lane is a little better for us, a little more continuation.
Thanks, Andrew. Congrats on a great season.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he kind of knows what to do. By the way, you mentioned Tom Doherty in that 50 group. That guy's there, too.
Yeah.
Coming around the corner.
What's interesting is, Chris used to be one of the biggest power players out here, and now he's going the straightest of the entire group. That's how much more power there is out on the PBA Tour. But Barnes used a little bit of that spin tilt, playing farther right, and it's worked out nicely.
And
easy.
Nope. Back 2 for Boog.
He didn't what? He didn't know. Yeah, because I thought directionally it was like right on. He's striking. Yeah. Probably scared of overhitting just because he kept opening. And I was like, that one. And he was slower than anything that happened for them next time.
Nothing to it.
I think it's the loft.
Clean game for both sides. Chris Sloan up. He struck on his first ball.
You ever had a conversation with Chris?
I don't think I have.
Like, I could listen to him for hours.
If the accent is awesome.
But he's such an intelligent dude. And his stories are amazing.
I'll see if he can figure out how to make the 3-6-10.
You got it, bro.
Let's take a look at Chris Sloan from profile. Two-handed, no thumb. That little shimmy step. Going into the slide, body sideways. Get the hips cleared out of the way.
Don't chop it. He doesn't cover. Yeah, that is textbook.
So we've been talking left lane versus right lane, and right now 23 strikes on the left, 20 on the right.
And the left lane is where Hammer is finishing, and this guy at the moment could strike in the parking lot.
He hasn't missed. Boy, that's a lot of moving parts, isn't it? Very unusual style. The guy hasn't missed.
I mean, Randy, every shot, the ball blows out the 8-9.
Yeah.
100%. Just incredible. And no, not a bit of a tripper for Mitch there. Is it going to come down to Bill in the 10th again?
I'm sure it looks like that's going to happen. You see the max scores, I just circled it.
Yeah, no one making any big mistakes here.
So good.
So the setup here, Tom Doherty can do his team a lot of good with another strike.
Doherty taking a re-rack. And it does look like the right lane has a bit more bite down lane than the left.
That'll be the lane that 900 Global is finishing on. Tom was delighted to get off the right lane. Let's see what he does on the left. Okay.
All right, pick it up. Close, run it down. Come on.
Yeah, he didn't get it far enough to the right.
Well.
Damn it. Should have moved more.
And once again, max score changes.
But now, again, Hammer can be shut out. They have been in that position, and the other team has not been able to do it.
Yep.
So now Andrew Anderson has the opportunity.
That was a good shot. I gave it a little lot, huh? Just like one.
And Andrew from Holly, Michigan. Probably has a few friends in the building today and might have some in the building tomorrow if they get through.
There, kid.
Second at the U.S. Open. Won his 5th career title at the Albee.
Awesome.
All right, kick saving a beauty on the 10. He was the #1 seed of that U.S. Open, too. The guy who beat him's pretty good.
We'll see him tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Motive, Brunswick Storm. Actually, it's Brunswick the 3 seed, Motive the 2 seed. and stormed the 1 seed.
That's Gary Holzenberg right there asking Chris Sloan if he got upgraded. There's Gary.
Yep. Speaking of gentlemen who have Hall of Fame bowling wives.
Leanne.
Yes, sir.
I know Leanne's watching. Hi, Leanne. Leanne Barrett, now Leanne Holzenberg.
Great bowler.
Yep. For the win.
No, he mixes, and he mixes up a victory.
Yes, sir. Why are you?
And Sloan travels all this way. He gets to throw more shots tomorrow.
Good job, sir. Good job.
Great finish.
Just what, 3 here, I think. I like his chances.
Yeah, 3. Hook. You know, that had to be Barnes.
Yeah, of course it was. It could have been either one of them, frankly.
Oh, that was a great call.
So our show tomorrow will have the top 4 seeds. Number 4, 900 Global, will take on Brunswick. The winner will play Motive, and the winner of that will play the number 1 seed from Storm. Bill O'Neill and his Hammer squad went up from 6th, almost all the way into the top.
Gary, yeah, you got to hold it. Chris,
5 in advance.
Chris, do the honors.
And Chris, a huge basketball fan, is the right guy to do this. As soon as he figures out where it's supposed to go. There you go. There you have it. Well, this was a blast.
Yeah,
Bill O'Neill bowled beautifully. I feel bad. Somehow somebody should try to draft Tomas Kaiku and get him back tomorrow, just to see if he'll ever not throw a strike.
The only player that was perfect tonight, or excuse me, this afternoon on the telecast.
Good job, buddy.
I mean, for multiple games, he killed it. I think Chris threw a double, but I mean, as far as just beautiful, he was unreal.
This lane. It's this all the time. I mean, how many times? Come on, man.
Twice now. 3 times?
Some friendly trash talk.
Right over that rangefinder down lane, shreds the rack.
You saw his lips say, "We're moving on."
Yep.
And that's precisely what they'll be doing. So we are all set for tomorrow, noon Eastern on Fox. And the opening match, Andrew Anderson's squad against Dom Barrett's Brunswick squad. Not a bad bunch there either. And then E.J. Tackett's Team Motive with A.J. Johnson, Tom Smallwood, Santu, Tahavanainen, and Ethan Fiore, a young star on the rise. And Belmo's bunch with Troop, Svensson, Vi, and Lavoie. Let's go down to the lanes and Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Dave. Andrew, you were absolutely clutch in the 10th when you needed to be. What went through your mind when you walked up then?
Every time I have to bowl in this pair, I have to double in the 10th to win something. I wish they'd make it a little easier on me. No, I just want to throw a couple good ones for the guys. They bowled awesome. We made some good adjustments, so we're moving on.
And Gary, let's talk about the fact that your team stepped up when they needed to. What goes through your mind when you see them do that in the fashion they did?
Absolutely nothing. These guys are awesome, man. What are you talking about? I don't have to do anything. This is the greatest job ever.
And now you guys advance. So Ryan, how do you keep the motivation and the momentum that you had from today going into tomorrow's finals? Because you were taking on Brunswick, and then you got to climb the ladder.
I think we just stick to what we do, go throw some strikes and see what happens.
All right, good luck to you guys, and congratulations on advancing to the finals.
Yeah, some tremendous bowling from all of the guys today. Congratulations to 900 Global for making it through for tomorrow. For the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands coverage presented by Beatbox concludes tomorrow live on Fox at noon Eastern with the championship stepladder final right here from Strobel Arena, Thunder Bowl Lanes in Allen Park, Michigan. Coming up next, it is live Live Golf, Mexico City, round 2.